Judge Dredd is the Sylvester Stallone movie where he gave us all hope and showed the world the future doesn't have to be lame as hell like in Demolition Man.
What seems to be your boggle?
And could be totally fucking awesome if Rob Schneider didn't keep showing up to ruin everything.
I mean, that was all me, baby.
It starts off with the Warriors who break into Schneider's apartment to finally rid the world of his reign of terror. The police show up to take him away, and that son of a bitch must have tried telling jokes or something because they get so pissed they start lighting up innocent people like it's a fucking Seagal movie. You know shit's serious when Stallone rides a badass bike through flames, but then you see he's wearing spandex and whatever the fuck this is, and now who knows what to believe. He then throws out some questionable math.
Firing at 300 meters. The effective lethal range is 200 meters.
Pretty sure this guy would disagree with you, but you know what? It. He sounds confident, so I'm all in. Then, instead of opening the door like a pussy, he blows it the fuck up. Because fuck doors. His hatred for doors is no joke, and he enters this room by shooting a goddamn hole in the floor above like he's Wile E. Coyote. Then this jackass hasn't been paying attention at all and goes through a door like an idiot. And now he's fucking dead, which is what you get when you replace your body armor with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Stallone then does some cold-hearted shit when he executes the entire gang while stretching. He allows Ajax to live for being such an amazing Raiden. Just kidding, Annihilation sucked. Go fuck yourself. So now Stallone goes around wrecking everyone's faces, and this movie's fucking awesome. Never mind, fuck this movie. Thankfully, Stallone's dealt with Schneider before.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
And knows how Schneider ruins everything he's in.
She's habitual, Hershey. Automatic 5-year sentence.
Which is total bullshit, because being Rob Schneider should carry way more prison time. But whatever, he's gone now, and Stallone can go back to being awesome. Now they make us watch these stupid old fucks who aren't even shooting anyone. They're just talking about politics.
If we don't increase our resources, they will be inadequate in less than 3 years.
And other boring shit.
For food, clothes, water.
I'm not sure who this guy is,
I say we expand execution to include lesser crimes.
but man, I like his style. Thankfully, that's over, and the movie can show us just how completely original it is. These not stormtroopers are taking this guy to see Rico.
I'm a ghost.
No, he's not, but he is a dick. But he's also kinda awesome and gets the movie, which has had way too much talking, back on track. He teams up with Dolph Lundgren for an epic Stallone-Drago rematch, and holy shit, now we have a movie again.
We're going to war.
Yeah, then the movie shows you it means business with this guy who goes full Neil Breen and says some very vague and stupid things.
The cancer of oppression goes far deeper than the street judges. The whole system is the problem.
Before Stallone busts in and annihilates him because politics is for fucking nerds. Also, he might be a Nazi, but it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Judges of the future have to deal with some really serious shit too. Like this jackass who's parked in what looks like a handicap spot and something about 2 hours, but he's also floating off the fucking fucking ground, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do. Stallone senses things are getting heated.
Hey, you better listen.
So he de-escalates the situation by laughing in his face when he pleads not guilty.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
I knew you'd say that.
And then blowing up his fucking car. The police in the future are so badass.
Happy motoring.
I hope that passenger lady got out of there, but if not, oh well, it's not his fucking problem. Now what the hell is this?
Dredd, you're under arrest.
What's the charge?
Murder.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But don't worry, Stallone knows what he's doing and throws the prosecution a curveball by not getting a real lawyer.
Judge Hershey. Why a street judge? She was at the top of her class in interpretation of law, and I trust her.
While both of those reasons might sound really stupid, trust me, Stallone's an expert.
This tribunal finds Joseph Dredd guilty.
Of course they did, because that was really fucking stupid.
This trial has been a farce.
And the only way to spare Stallone's life is for this old man to fuck off. The legal system of the future is complicated. So they're flying Stallone out to prison, and holy shit, these not stormtroopers are just the worst. First, they're so afraid of clouds.
Due to storm cloud activity over the desert, we will be flying at 60 feet.
Which seems excessive because the clouds are so high you can't even fucking see them. Then they let this guy on the plane with a knife, and it's not even well hidden. It's sticking right out of his sock. And even though it's not fair to blame this on them, I don't give a shit because it really pisses me off. The worst thing they do is they let Rob Schneider on that goddamn plane.
I am the law.
Everything's a giant clusterfuck as this guy cuts himself out of his seat while Schneider makes goat noises because he's Rob Schneider and that's what he does. All this stupid shit is happening at once. And even the guys from Deliverance think this is hard to watch, so they shoot that shit down. When the rescue team shows up, they do the right thing and execute everyone involved in that shit show. Luckily, Stallone and Schneider were taken prisoner by these friendly cannibals.
Allow me to introduce you to my family.
Everything's going great until Stallone whips out the sickest burn of all time.
That come with a fork, handsome.
Holy shit, Ron Perlman just got served. Schneider's Schneider, so he sells out Stallone.
Amen, brother.
To save his own ass.
I'm free, and you're toast.
But of course, Stallone's fucking Stallone and beats the shit out of everyone. His ass kicking is interrupted by these not stormtroopers who come in and save Stallone's life so they can end Stallone's life. But Stallone says, look motherfuckers, this isn't Star Wars, and to prove it, he goes full Rambo on these sons of bitches. Now that it's clearly not Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up and saves the day, and is then immediately killed. But not before telling some boring story about being clones or some shit.
DNA samples were taken.
Who the fuck cares? Now Rico goes around slaughtering judges, and I gotta say, outside of Stallone, they're all giant pussies. Since all the shitty judges are dead now, the German leader has the very sane idea.
There is a solution.
I told you not to call it that. Of creating genetically modified supermen.
This is madness.
Fuck yeah, it is. Anyways, Stallone runs out of Star Wars characters to kill out here, so he heads to the city and Schneider's fucking everything up like Schneider tends to do.
Hello, Cursed Earth Pizza.
Like a giant movie-ruining baby, he picks the worst fucking time to throw a temper tantrum.
This is all your fault.
And demand an apology.
I'm gonna stay here until I'm caught or until you apologize.
I've never apologized.
1, that's a lie. We all saw you apologize a few minutes ago.
Sir, I'm sorry about this.
And 2, Schneider. If he wants to die up here, then who gives a shit?
I think I deserve that.
Stallone calls his bluff.
Now run!
And Schneider's all talk like everyone knew all along. He is so terrible that when he trips, instead of getting up like a normal human being, he just stays there like a fucking idiot and makes Stallone come get him. Then, when they make it out, he has the nerve to say this.
I'm alive! Oh, so are you.
Nobody knows why you're even in this movie, so go fuck yourself. Back to Rico, who murders that lame-ass counsel and decides to make clones of himself for reasons that are poorly explained.
They're gonna be my brothers and sisters!
That's not how cloning works, but whatever. Stallone meets up with his terrible not lawyer, and they talk about emotions and shit.
You said I had no feelings, no emotions.
While Schneider makes popcorn jokes.
But I fixed the microwave. You want some popcorn?
And suddenly, this movie's completely unwatchable.
Is this a bad time?
For you, always. Thankfully, they go somewhere for some reason and are attacked by Dolph Lundgren, who kills Rob Schneider and is now the hero of the movie. This lady is supposed to be a scientist, but what the fuck is she talking about?
He looks a lot like you.
They look nothing alike. You know what movie will play your stupid game? They're identical. Then suddenly, Drago bursts in out of nowhere and comes out swinging with a sick right hook into a backhand. While that seems awesome, it's really not, because it turns out he's being controlled by Rob Schneider, which means he's still in the fucking movie. And because women just cannot get along, they start fighting for no reason, and honestly, nobody gives a fuck about this. The scientist again proves her intellect by kicking Judge Lady in the nuts. The Judge Lady wins, but holy shit, I'd rather be watching Rob Schneider.
You asshole.
At this point, the movie really runs out of steam and everything starts exploding, but we're never told why. Stallone then fights Rico at the top of the Statue of Liberty, but they look so similar, it's hard to tell who's who. I think that's Stallone hanging off the side, and suddenly we're supposed to believe that this guy can't do a single pull-up. But whatever, because Rico doesn't know how guns work and puts his hand right next to Stallone's, so he dies like a fucking moron. And I guess the scientist won after all. Or not, I still don't fucking care. Thank God that shit's over, and now we can get the happy, smiling Judge Dredd we've all come to know and love.